Welcome back to Savvy Charmed Life. I'm Tracy, and today we're going to be doing my October setup in my A5 Stalogy bullet journal. I decided that for the month of October, I would do themes that related to all of my favorite movies to watch during the Halloween season. So for my October setup pages, as well as the first week of October, I decided to go with a theme for one of my all-time favorite movies to watch during the October Halloween season, and that is Practical Magic. This is a movie that was made in 1998, and it stars Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. I love it. It's like happy good magic mixed with some dark magic as well. So you have like really joyful moments but sad moments, and then a little bit of scary and darkness as well, all mixed in together. It's definitely a love story as well. It's just a movie that makes me feel good, and I love to watch it every season. So if you've seen this movie, then you know that it is based in an island off the coast of Massachusetts. Definitely New England, kind of gives you those Salem kind of vibes. And there's this beautiful house on this island that these two older sisters live in together. And this is definitely a sister movie. It definitely is all about the sister bond. There's always, I guess, sets of sisters that is common throughout this, the lineage of this family that lives in this house. And so you have the two older aunts that are sisters that live in the house, and then you have the two sisters that are played by Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman that are raised in the house after their mother dies of a broken heart. And then you also have Sandra Bullock's two daughters as well, who are kind of like mirror images of Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock from their characters when they were young. And so it's definitely a sister bond kind of movie. It's a really beautiful story. But there's this gorgeous house that they live in on this island. And here are some images of this house as well that I'm showing you. But this is what I am attempting to sketch. I luckily feel like I'm relatively decent, I guess, at drawing what I see. When it comes to landscapes and buildings, I'm pretty good at drawing what I see. When it comes to people, it's like a whole nother story. I'm not very good at drawing people. But I am attempting to sketch this house, and I'm going to first sketch it with pencil, which is what you're seeing now. And now I'm just going to go in with my Pigma Micron pen. This is the 08 tip. And I'm just going to go over my pencil sketched lines with this black Pigma Micron. And now I'm just going in with my soft eraser and I'm erasing those stray pencil marks that are still remaining. And then unfortunately my camera didn't record this portion, but I did cut out around the edge of the right side of the house because we're going to be doing something fun on the right hand part of the following page that is peeking through on the right side. And now I'm going to add some moon and stars. I am going to use some Tombow brush pens for this purpose, and I will give you the numbers on the screen of what colors I'm using for each. But I'm just gonna draw a crescent shaped moon and then with the black, and then add some stars with the gray Tombow pen, some stars and then some different size stars, and then some dots around the top of the house as well. And I was a little bit nervous about ruining the sketch because I thought that it turned out pretty good. So I'm not going in with any additional shading. I'm just going to leave it minimalistic and just leave the black micron sketch of the house. Now I'm going to go in with my dark gray Tombow brush pen, the N35, to write the word October. I'm not really great at calligraphy, so this is just my almost standard, cursive writing. I'm just trying to give it a little extra flourish, if that's possible with my handwriting. And now I'm going in with the black Tombow brush pen, and I'm going to be drawing some umbrellas kind of floating from the top to the bottom. If you are familiar with the movie Practical Magic, they do jump off the roof of the house and kind of fly/float to the ground with their umbrellas at the end of the movie. Now I'm going to go in with one of my small blank calendars from Planning with Kay to fill in the month of October on this little mini calendar, and I'm just going to go back in with that 08 Pigma Micron, fine tip one to write in the days of the month. I am also going to use another one of my date strips, the same ones that I used last month for September from Planning with Kay. This one is going to be the black with the white numbering on the black circles. So I'm just going to use this one, and normally I like putting them down the center of the page, but this one I'm going to put down the left hand side of the page because I have the umbrellas down the right hand side of the page. And I'm going to continue with tracking my followers as I started, I think a couple months ago. I think I started it in August, but I'm going to continue with tracking my followers. But because I'm trying to keep these first 2.5 pages black or monochromatic as much as possible, I am not going to be using a sticker for the YouTube and the Instagram symbol. I'm just going to try to draw them myself. I feel like I didn't do a good job with the YouTube symbol, but it's okay. I'm not a perfectionist, so I can live with it. But I have been tracking my growth from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. And once again, I just want to say how incredibly grateful I am to everyone who has followed me in the last month of September. This channel continues to grow quite steadily, and I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm so incredibly thankful for you. This next spread is my master to-do list page. I make sure to track master to-dos for my personal life, my work life, and YouTube. I've now started tracking separately. I basically lay out the ideas and plans that I have for videos I would like to do in that particular month. But this left-hand page for my master to-do, we're basically creating a fireplace setting, because at one point in the movie, they do light candles and it's really beautiful and eclectic. I'm going to try to give you like a shot from the movie here to show you what it looks like. But it's lots of different candles of different shapes and sizes, all filling up this mantelpiece. And it's just really beautiful and kind of, bewitching and haunting the way you would expect it in the home of witches. So it's really beautiful. So I'm going to try to recreate that by drawing out different shapes and sizes of candlesticks and candlestick holders and just candles in general. And then we're also going to add a touch of color on this page, which we haven't done on any of the other pages. So I am going to create the look of a flame using orange and yellow. These are just Crayola Super Tip markers. And then I'm also going to go back in and add the look of a log and fire in the fireplace as well at the bottom. And I'm just using some new washi tape that I have from the Oh Hello Stationery Co. store. I got this beautiful washi tape in my last sticker subscription that I get from Oh Hello. And if you watched my last subscription haul video, then you saw this washi tape already and heard me eagerly talking about how excited I was to use it in this spread, knowing that I was going to be using these blacks and gray colors. And I just got this and was like, it is perfect for this spread. So I'm just going to use the washi tape to help set up the headers for each of the sections of my master to do. And then I'm just going to go into my personal sticker collection from my leftovers from past kits and find some black headers or quarter boxes that I think will work, where I can just layer them onto the washi tape to put the headers for personal, work, and YouTube. Now on the right hand side of the page, this is going to be my month in review page, where I list items that I need to buy under the shopping section, books that I'm currently reading, the YouTube videos that actually get posted for the month, and then a section for ideas. So I am going to create this silhouette or shadow of these two little girls walking up to the house with their suitcases. I'm really bad at drawing people, but drawing the silhouette in black is more forgiving. You don't have to do as much detail. And this is the back view. I'm going to show you the image from the movie of these two girls as they are walking up to the house. This is from the intro of the movie where Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, the actresses that play their younger selves, their mother has just passed away and they're walking up to the house for the first time. And so that's what this silhouette is taken from. And once again, I'm digging into my leftover sticker collection to find headers that will work in this section. So I'm going to get some black starry ones that I think are from an old Hufflepuff kit, as well as some black ones that will work for this section. And then I'm going to try to find some icons to put on these headers as well to represent those different sections for my month in review. Now I am getting online and I'm going to show you how I would make my own, or how I make my own vellum. So I'm just going to use canva.com and I'm going to create a worksheet, which is just an 8.5 by 11 size template. And I'm going to do 8.5 by 11 because I find that to print for A5 size, it works just to do an 8.5 by 11 and then print it to a page, and it usually works the right size. But we're going to create this worksheet, and then I'm just going to go in and I'm going to use alternating fonts, like a calligraphy kind of font, and then a more just standard sans serif print font. to write out the quote from the movie Practical Magic, where her aunt tells her, "My darling girl, when are you going to realize being normal is not necessarily a virtue? It rather denotes a lack of courage." So this is the quote that I'm creating, and then I'm going to use those alternating fonts, and then I'm also going to add some stars to add a little bit of magic to this image. And like I said, when we go into print, I'm just going to print it so that there are 2 to a page, and it comes out to the right size for A5. Now we're going to just add a piece of vellum to the printer, and then we're going to print it. I just use standard vellum. This isn't super thick. I can't remember the thickness of this vellum that I purchased, but I just purchased a pack of vellum from Amazon. I will link to the products in the description box below. Now, when I am measuring the vellum, I literally just take my Stalogy and lay it on top of the part that is going to be attached, and then I trace it with my pencil and then cut it out with scissors. Sometimes I use tape, but I have run out of my roll of thin tape, and I tried to use just regular like roll tape, but it did not work. So we are going to go with washi tape, which I actually prefer if you can pull it off and if it works with the theme that you're going for, because I feel like it flips easier when you use washi tape. But we're just going to use some more of this black and silver foiled washi tape from Oh Hello, and I like to put it on the edge and then fold it over on one side and then use a ruler to get it nice and fixed into the crease of the book, and do the same thing on the opposite side of the page. And then it has a nice flip to it, and isn't securely attached to one side, it's more attached to the crease of the book instead. And I ended up with a little bit of excess, so I decided to go in with my scissors around the top and just cut off that excess. I'm also selling 3 printables that are recreations of some of the spreads you've seen in this month's setup on my November Lily Designs Etsy shop. The link will be in the description box below. So I don't think I've shown this to you guys before, but I'm going to show you how I attach my tab for the month. So I basically just gauge it to see where it'll be just below the previous month, and then I just very carefully fold it over because I've gotten it off before. So you just be really careful when you're folding it. I like to fold it from the top so that I see that the month part, like the writing, is lined up on either side before I attach it to the page. So this is our finished spread for our practical magic theme for October. I am so excited about this setup. I have been planning this for months. It is something that I've been super excited about, and I have been keeping it to myself because it's supposed to be a surprise. So I'm so happy to finally get to share this with you all. I think this is probably my favorite bullet journal spread so far. So if you liked this video, if you love practical magic, if you loved this particular setup, please hit that like button. It would mean the world to me. And if you love bullet journals, and if you love playing with me's and stickers and hauls, then I would love to welcome you to the Savvy Charmed Life family. So hit that subscribe button as well. Okay, I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.